What's up, guys?
Try and get this going. Hey guys, how we doing? Welcome to the first ever 5-Star live show. Jared Baker from 5 Star Hobbies here with Bob Hamilton from Bob's Body Shop and 402 RC Club and all sorts of other things.
Oh, yes.
So welcome, guys. It's our first show. We're going to talk about anything and everything. Hopefully nothing that doesn't bore you too much, but Bob and I will be rambling on, I'm sure, but
Definitely. That's the best way to start a live feed.
Yeah, exactly. The live feed, we're supposed to ramble on until people get on and view it, right?
Exactly.
So yeah, there we are. We got our live feed on there. And if you guys want to ask us any questions throughout the whole thing, go to the 5-Star Hobbies Facebook page. And right there, we are broadcasting live. Go ahead and ask us any question in the comments there. We will try and look at them throughout the whole show. If we didn't see it, sorry, we'll get to it sooner or later here.
Preferably RC related.
RC related, yes, yes, yeah. We don't give much advice on life or anything else. Or if we do, you're really hurting. But,
yeah. There's other podcasts and live feeds for that. So
definitely.
Basically, tonight's show is to learn a little bit more about what 5-Star has and what they've been doing here lately in Omaha, Nebraska. So
yeah, there's got quite a few things going on
for sure,
and we need a way to get it out to everyone, talk to everyone. About 2 months ago, Bob came out to me. I think is on a Sunday here, and those of you that come in here on Sundays when I work, every once in a while know it's like a bar here, and we just hang out, and hopefully everyone buys a lot of stuff. But
which
Bob,
we usually do.
Yes. Bob came up to me and said, you ever think about having a YouTube show? I was like, no. It was pretty simple. I think the conversation lasted that long. And of course, then go home later that night, and I'm thinking, well, maybe he does have a point. So I ended up messaging you, and I think I said, so does that mean you're my co-host?
And I said, I'm all in.
So here we are. It's the first one. So now we taught ourselves all about the Mevo camera, these microphones, how to feed all this live. One thing we did find out is we want to do this on YouTube. We can't yet because we need 1,000 subscribers.
Correct.
So I will find a link to it and post it in here in the comments. So
like and subscribe.
Yes. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. That does not have a thing on it right now.
Yep.
Later tonight, we'll try and take this show and post it on there, paste it over there. And then we'll do that until we get to that 1,000 subs. And
for sure.
And then we'll go live.
Everybody has to start somewhere.
Yep.
And this is a start.
And here we are.
And fresh, very fresh.
Very, very, very fresh. So yeah, we've got our live feed up here so we can see your questions. Brian Mullins already. Why so angry, Bob?
Why so angry? Don't call me angry. Call me Elf one more time.
I dare you.
I dare you.
So anyways,
love you, Brian.
And see you Saturday. So anyways, guys, we'll kind of get on here with our introductions. For those of you local, you know who we are, but we're trying to get this throughout the whole country. We've got some people that like our page from all over the country. It's kind of cool. AFX ships out parts every day all across the country. So my name's Jared Baker. I'm with 5-Star Hobbies, AFX, BBE, and Rudis Motorsports. The new and latest acquisition.
Yes.
So I do not actually work at 5-Star every day. I actually have a different job. I work at Yant Equipment, another company I'm part of. We're in the fuel industry. It is not fun like RCs. In fact, it's nothing like RCs. So that's what I do day to day. I would love to be able to just play with RCs all day. And
that would be everybody's dream.
Yeah.
So
that's why we're sitting here at night.
Exactly. Yep.
So
and we have great families that support us
Yes.
during all this time because
Yes.
we're never home.
and I think your wife said something about you're going to visit your boyfriend
Yes.
tonight. Yeah.
She's
Okay.
like,
Yeah.
tell your boyfriend I said hi.
Yeah. So anyways, yeah. Hi. Morning. So, but anyways, that's kind of what I do. I've been into RC stuff, since I was. I really don't know what age. My first
A
one.
lot of us have been. I
Yeah.
mean, like my first one was a Blackfoot.
Blackfoot.
Maya Blackfoot. I
So-
saved up from a paper route to buy that. I was like,
So-
I thought it was the coolest thing in the whole wide
Oh
world.
yeah. Blackfoot. Mine was a Maya Grasshopper.
Ah, there you go. So, yeah.
Grasshopper, and I think my dad got the Hornet.
Okay.
And then upgrade from that to the Gold Pan RC10.
Yep. And then it all just
Yeah.
there's the rabbit hole.
Yeah, there you go.
You started down the rabbit hole right there.
Yep.
So
Yeah, it's kind of my history on it. About probably 10 years ago, I was pretty heavy into tent scale dirt oval. We ran it a lot locally, and it was fun. We had some good competition going. I wouldn't say it died off by any means, but I kind of got out of a little bit.
there's kind of certain seasons for everything now.
Yes,
And
definitely.
that's kind of the way a lot of the RC is
Yep,
kind of gone. So it's kind of nice. There's something all year round.
exactly. Yeah, we're getting ready to switch that season, which we'll talk about later tonight too. How about you? What do you do every day? What do you don't get to play with RCs every day?
No. Well, in some form or manner.
Okay,
But
maybe every day, but not all day every day.
yeah, pretty much. My name's Bob Hamilton. I guess as well, I like to help support Five Star Hobbies along with every hobby that is in here in town. I got into RC, as we said, a long time ago. Started with a Blackfoot. I kind of went down the rabbit hole as well. In the past, I used to do a lot of off-road dirt racing.
A lot of off-road.
And then I kind of got out of it for a little while myself. Family, life, everything happens. But I got back into it again. Got back into off-road dirt racing again. And then got into on-road carpet racing as well.
Another rabbit hole.
Oh yeah, that was a whole entire different thing, but loved it. And here recently, really starting to get into the dirt oval, thanks to Five Star Hobbies and Jared Baker.
You're welcome.
But
You're welcome.
so next year the plan is to race fifth scale and also do some of the mini T racing that's going to be coming up
This winter.
But in the process of that, I always found myself, I liked painting the RC bodies. So started off rattle canning and so on and so forth and kind of doing stuff for myself. And everybody's like, man, that's badass.
Yep.
And that kind of took off in a whole nother direction for me. So
A whole nother direction.
a whole nother direction.
Did you expect that?
No.
No.
No, not
No.
by any means.
So do you remember the first time you had someone come say, hey, I want you to paint a body for me?
To be honest with you, I would really have to go back and think about it hard. As far as like, what would be the first one that I did for somebody?
Did you think like, why are you offering to pay me to paint this? Or is it something you wanted to get into? Or
Well, at first, I was kind of like, I mean, it's, I was just kind of like, I would paint them and I'd just be kind of like, nah, hey, if you want to give me $10 or whatever, that's fine. But, I wasn't really too worried about it. But then, the further I've got along into it, I've learned more. I've now switched to airbrushing and so on and so forth. And I guess you could say I've learned a lot and gotten into different directions, whereas, yeah, some of these bodies are pretty cool and they are time consuming. So it's really has taken off for me as far as locally and as far as out of state.
you've gotten quite a few of them lately, haven't you? Especially from the drag race scene.
The drag race scene has been big.
Crawlers.
Crawlers as well. The one that hit big was on Instagram. Instagram is Bob's Body Shop 74. Throw that
Bob's
out there.
Body Shop 74. We might say that a few more times.
Yep, that's my Instagram page. But the one that really took off for me was I did a patina job on a 69 Nova.
I did see that.
And it just, I mean, it just
skyrocketed.
Just went viral. I mean, just like crazy. And one day I come home and there's a bunch of boxes on my front porch. So, it's since then, it's just, it's been great. Everybody that I've dealt with has been awesome. And, you know, that's something else that I do. But now, again, this is not my full-time job. I have another full-time job that I work.
Another one.
Well,
it's pretty much, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. You could say it's another one, but my full-time job, I'm an auto mechanic, and that's 6 days a week, and that's how I make my living.
Been doing that for quite a while now, right?
20 plus years.
20 plus
years. Got a lot of time into that, and but so the painting is something I do on the side, and then whenever I get a chance, I go race. This year has been a little off because of good old COVID.
Yeah.
You know.
Try not to say that word, but
yeah.
I think we will quite a few times.
But so things have been a little off for me as far as getting back into some of the racing because, you know, it's just been tough. And then the painting has really tied me down some this year as well, which I'm very thankful for. But most of the local places and everything, there's probably about 3/4 of my body's out there on the track.
So with COVID, did you see yourself getting busier because nobody else had anything to do?
I really thought it would like slow down. It didn't. It did the opposite. It got busier, and then
you're home with nothing to do, right?
And everybody's going out and buying new kits and building cars and really wanting to get out there and do stuff. So yeah, I got hit pretty hard, and finally did get caught up, and then. Well, we had a little incident at home, so my shop got remodeled.
You did have a little incident.
Yes.
Just a little one.
Just a little. Yeah, so...
Crappy incident?
Yeah, the drain... Yeah, we had a drain pipe leaking in the basement, so... But we now just got that all finished, so I'll be back up and running and back up to making some cool bodies again.
You sent me some videos of your basement there. It looks pretty good. And you got your shrine of your mini tees.
Yeah. I think I've got multiple shrines, but
and a new photo booth for your bodies.
Yes. There's some upgrades that we decided to do while we're, making it right. So, but for the most part, a lot of the work was done myself. So, it took up a lot of time. So, it kind of took me away from painting.
You got to use your vacation time to do that?
Yeah, I'm still on vacation.
Okay, great. So, you're on vacation and hanging out with me.
Yeah.
What could be better?
Don't know. I'm okay with it. Other than going to maybe Cabo or something right now.
Yeah, with this weather for sure.
Yeah.
So, painting bodies. So, you said you started off rattle can.
Yeah.
And did you do that for quite a while? And had you ever airbrushed before that, or just bought an airbrush and said, "I'm going to try it"?
Yeah, I did that I did rattle can for quite a while, and I was actually achieving some pretty cool looks with rattle can. And everybody's like, "There's no way that's rattle can." I'm like, "Yeah, it is." And I got on YouTube channel, and Hemistorm, he was like kind of one of my iconic. I mean, the dude is absolutely amazing. He uses masking tape and rattle cans. That's it. Nothing else. Has never used anything else. Will not use anything else. And that's, I mean, literally his masking is all hand cut, and that's the way he does it. No liquid mask.
All hand.
Nothing. Yeah. And I was like, man, that guy is like totally awesome. And I was like, I want to stay rattle can forever, but it just didn't work. I couldn't achieve the styles and some of the paint jobs that he was achieving with rattle can, and went to airbrushing, and it was like a whole new venture for me.
So you say liquid mask. What's that? How does that work?
Liquid mask is basically like a liquid latex, and it goes on the inside of the body, and basically you paint the inside of the body or spray it with a brush. Okay. It goes on the inside of a Lexan body. You usually go 3 to 4 coats, and it dries. And
Okay.
basically, it's a rubberized latex. That's your masking tape.
Okay. So
So
you don't
basically-
have to take it off of a roll and do that.
Nope. So you don't have to take it off a roll. And basically, you draw your designs on the outside of the body and everything you want. Flip it over, cut everything out, and then pretty much it's a peel and paint type thing.
So since you paint these, you have a text, I believe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So when you paint these, you're painting it from the underside, so everything is painted backwards.
Yes.
Right.
Everything is reversed.
Do you ever paint a logo backwards?
No, that's never happened.
No.
I think maybe one time. Or
Little inside story here,
yeah.
guys. So we decided to try our hands at quarter scale on road racing. Oval.
That was interesting.
Yeah, we'll get to that later. And I said, Bob, I need this body painted by, I don't know, 6 days.
Yeah, something like that.
I gave him plenty of time.
It's the size of my bathtub.
Yeah, the body is huge. And the hood, I said, I want 5-star across there, our logo, just like this. And he put pictures on the internet of it being done. And I thought he was messing with me because I could see it was backwards, and I didn't want to make a comment like this and say, is this really backwards? And
So you can see it in the rearview mirror.
yeah. That means you're losing. Though.
Yeah, I
Okay,
know.
all right.
I
did.
did.
Yeah. So anyways, I got it, and then I don't know what happened. Whatever, we joked about it, whatever, and so I took a sticker and just put it over the top of it. But
So it got corrected.
yeah, I got corrected.
Easy
so,
fixed.
So yeah, it's a little tough.
Yeah.
Painting reverse, I guess.
It is sometimes, and you get to going sometimes, and yep, you don't realize it, and then after you've got all the paint on it, you're kind of screwed.
Is that like at 2 a.m. then?
Yeah, I think that one was pretty late. So,
Yeah, that one might have been. I don't know. I was trying to think today how many bodies you've painted for us, including all the AFX demo ones we have.
Which, by the way, all those are on display on the 5starhobbies.com.
Yep.
As far as all their late model bodies and everything that's on there is stuff that I have done.
Yes, every single one, and it's 5starhobbies.com. It's on the screen there. And Zach was nice enough to point out I'm missing the period between hobbies and .com.
Thanks,
so-
Zach.
He actually texted it to me. He's at least
Oh,
didn't
okay.
post it on there,
yeah.
but
It's our first show.
yeah, first show, and I'm not kidding. I got here and I told Bob I was upset because I couldn't get this thing to come up in the bottom of the screen, and so
Upset's putting it kindly.
yeah, there you go, and that's true. And so we decided to just turn it on and see what happens, and well, there it is.
there, yeah.
Well, and then we didn't look for the period there, so.
Computers, they work in a mysterious way.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just got
exactly.
to turn them off, turn them back on.
Yeah.
Voila, fixed. Boom.
Yeah, but Apple doesn't have those problems, I thought. Yeah, I don't know.
Not supposed to.
Not supposed to. So the painting, you're still doing that hot and heavy today. You took a little break there to get your
House back in order.
house back
Yeah.
together. But, so, I mean, do you come home in the evenings from work? I'm sure you got kids stuff going on in that, but do you just go paint then when you can? And
Pretty much, yeah. Like I'll try to line everything up. Like basically next week we'll be getting back into it. Like I mean full force. I mean 100%. I did manage to finish one little mini T body while I was in the process of working on
was
the
it
house.
yours?
No.
Oh.
Dominic. He's from out of state. There's a pretty good following of mini T's and so on and so forth, and all these guys will build some pretty epic mini T's. It's amazing. Like he actually sent me one of his mini T's that he built, and it's like purple and fluorescent green, which that one's soon to be seen. That will be pretty awesome when that body's done. But as far as the chassis goes, because some of these bodies are very rare and you can't find them anymore, and a lot of these guys don't want to cut them out, and they want to make sure that they fit right. So basically he sent me the whole mini T chassis so that way I could take these bodies and cut and fit them right before
So
I
you'll
painted
do the
them.
cutting also if they ask you to.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I have in the past. It's sometimes it's a little bit harder because I don't have every make and model that's out there. So it makes it a little bit difficult. But if it's something, that I do have, I have no problems. Otherwise,
Okay.
sometimes you're best off cutting them out before. If you're comfortable with it, then so be it. If not, well, then
you'll help them out.
Yep, and play it by ear.
And I would guess most of my bodies you've cut. Some of them we cut here and there, but yeah, we've got probably, I'm gonna guess upwards of 30 that you've done for us.
Yeah.
With everything, and there's probably another 10 sitting there to be done.
Yeah. Yep.
So
definitely, it's there's always plenty to do.
Plenty.
And yep. And sometimes I got to fit Jared in a short time.
so
we're going to a race tomorrow.
Yeah, can you get one painted?
You're
now?
going Wonder Woman. So it's invisible.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
That'll work.
But
so you have a lot of people asking you to paint these. You ever go, hey, I'm 3, 4, 5 weeks out? I mean, does it get that way? And people, are they all right with it? Or I suppose some are, and some say.
So far, everybody that I have dealt with has been pretty good. I really do try my best to keep in touch with everybody, as far as time frames, and to be like, hey, this is gonna be a little while.
Yep.
And or if it is important, how soon do you need it? And
Right.
I know sometimes.
Do you have a race coming up? Is that
yeah, pretty much is when it comes up. And a lot of, for the most part, it's not too bad. But like basically when we switch seasons is kind of when most people will try to do a new design. Okay. Because new year, and there's kind of I kind of want to change it up a little bit. There are some out there that have run the same design for every day. And and that's
doing it.
Yeah, and that's cool too.
Yep.
The cool thing about that is, for the painter, bam.
That's easy. You already got that figured out.
I know that design. I can get, boom, we're done. I know the colors. I know the design. I can get that done. And yeah, it makes it so much easier. Sometimes when somebody, I want something different. And a lot of times, there's been times I'll be sitting at the table and I'm just staring at this body. And I'm just mesmerized. And my wife is like, what the hell are you doing? I'm like, I'm trying to figure out what I got to do for this one. And then other times they just click. And sometimes I go to my kids and I use their imagination, and I'd be like, Jeffrey, Timothy, hey, I got these colors. What do you guys think? We'll do this. Oh, well, duh. I never even thought of that.
So you can bounce it off them.
Yeah,
and give you some ideas.
They are, and they're both pretty creative as well, as far as in their art classes and everything in school. So that's pretty cool. So I mean,
that's good. Well, Cynthia just posted here. Maybe I can win if I just get a new cool body.
There you go.
I think Cynthia can win anyways.
She did pretty good. I beat her on testing, though.
Yeah, Bob did. Bob won. I gave him the slow car, and he won. But at least it didn't fall apart.
Well, yeah, that's true. But
no, that's great. So the painting keeps you plenty busy.
Definitely
Keeps you plenty busy.
Sometimes almost too busy, because then it gets kind of hard to get ready for some races sometimes. But
yeah,
thankfully I have people around me to help support me and so on and so forth, and sometimes just say, hey, use this car. Okay,
sounds good.
So I at least get my I really do enjoy racing, and it's a lot of fun for me. And
speaking of racing, you touched a little bit there. You did off-road, you did on-road, you're starting to get into oval. I mean, what's I guess go into your racing a little. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, going into the off-road dirt racing, I pretty much, when I got back into that, I started in short course class, 4-wheel drive.
When that scene exploded.
Yeah, it was still pretty big when I got back into that, and we had the most expensive Plex spec ever ran because everybody was running Technos. So, but then eventually we all jumped out of that class and just went full bore into the SCT class, and I did that for a while. I did okay, but it just wasn't my niche. And so then I was like, I jumped into, 4-wheel drive 10-scale buggy. So
okay.
the Wheeler class, 13.5.
Yep.
I got into that, and I was like, I love this car. this car does everything that I
Had
want
fun.
it to do. Oh yeah, and it handled like no other. And that was a Durango.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was like,
I might have 4 or 5 of them laying
yeah,
around.
I was like, scored a Durango off of eBay, and it had all these parts, and I was just like, all right, cool. Well, the problem was though is finding parts for a Durango is a little hard to
A little
come-
tough.
Yeah.
There weren't many people
So-
stocking those.
Yep. So then I think I jumped to a Techno EB4
Okay.
EB no yeah EB 410. And I still got that one to this day, and I still run that. They have the .2 out, but I haven't made that leap. That class went very well for me. And then I also just started doing 2-wheel drive buggy, 17.5. I also like running that buggy as well. And I have tried the ET, which is a mini truggy. Yeah, I'm still working on that one. So it's just that truck is a little harder to dial in, and
Okay.
I just haven't had enough time to get into doing that. So we did that for a while, and I never really completed, like, it was hard for me to do either a winter or summer series because I always work Saturdays.
Mm-hmm.
So it was really hard for me to complete one of those, but I did manage to get, into some of the bigger races that were like weekend deals and so on and so forth. Did okay.
Yep.
And then basically kind of wanted to change it up a little bit. And well, what started is there's also carpet off-road racing.
You did that too, then?
I did that for a little bit, and I was racing just a stock slash because they have a slash spec class.
Okay. And Tony Walters on here says slash spec was the funnest.
It was.
I
That
think
was
he means the
great.
most fun.
Yeah.
But okay.
Funner.
Sorry,
But,
Tony.
No. Slashback I did really well in Slashback on off-road and on the carpet. But there again, I couldn't compete in all the Saturdays because of work and so on and so forth of life. But that was a very, very fun class. And basically what Slashback was is it was a completely box stock slash. The only thing you could change was your receiver and your remote.
Okay.
And paint whatever kind of body you wanted to put on it. So there was there was a lot of interesting bodies that popped up during that time when we raced in Slashback. I think we had anywhere from Orange Crush
Oh, really?
to a Cheetos body.
I remember seeing some of them on your page.
Yep.
So the spec classes, I always had a lot of fun racing those.
Yeah, they're great.
They were, I don't want to say mindless, but they were fun because you could just go out there and have fun. You're all running the same thing. You know that this guy didn't spend $100 on a different
It all
motor
comes
over
down
here.
to driver.
Yep.
I mean, it really does.
Those are fun. So after that, you get into on-road then?
And then, yeah, so basically I tried the off-road carpet, and I was like, ooh, man, this is pretty cool. There's actually traction.
And it doesn't change?
And it doesn't change. So then I got into on-road pretty hardcore on the on-road carpet, and that went really well for me. And basically last year's Tamiya Regionals, I won that. And then
you did here locally.
Yep, did here locally. And then the Tamiya Nationals were here as well last year, and I placed third.
Wow.
In that. That was the guy that was ended up getting second. I actually qualified second, but finished third. My nerves got the best of me, big time.
You didn't
And
have any Zantac to take before?
no, I did not. And a good friend of mine, Dane Gingler,
Yep.
and Dane and I were duking it out. And I was like, just go. I was like, go get number one.
You didn't
man.
want to wreck each other.
Yep, I was just like
Podium finish was good.
And legs were like just going
Buckling.
nuts. Oh yeah. So it was like I had third locked in, so I just stuck with third. And
that's pretty cool for a national.
it was, and they had some pretty cool trophies. So I mean, for the short time of me getting back into it and stuff, it's been kind of nice. I've acquired some plaques and trophies and so on and so forth, which is pretty cool. And I'm always, I still love doing the on road. I still love doing the off road, but sometimes it's pretty cool to venture and try something different. And
Yeah.
oval has caught my eye now, and I went down to Fear the Outlaw, was an Outlaw Raceway, and fifth scale. I was like, oh my god, those are so cool.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
And so I'm excited to get into that next year and even try. The on the short end of it, I didn't have enough time to catch the last couple races that they had going on. It just didn't work out.
Yep. No.
So
Sometimes.
definitely we will be ready next year for that. Yeah.
For anyone just joining us, this is the first 5-Star Live show. We got Bob Hamilton here, myself, Jared Baker. I'm with 5-Star AFX BBE and Rudis. Bob with Bob's Body Shop. Just kind of going back and forth here about our history with each other and learning about each other, teaching you guys about us. Sorry if you don't want to learn it. We're doing it.
I don't have any tips and tricks on some of the oval racing yet.
No,
so I don't know what to tell you on
there
that.
Might be a couple other guys we know that do.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
So, but no, we're talking about Bob's racing there. You mentioned fifth scale and out at Outlaw Raceway.
Definitely.
Mike Willman, I saw he just posted on there. Look forward to the track. Us too.
Yes.
I think he was going to try and run this Saturday because he got a brand new quarter scale. I think he got tired of me beating him.
Which he's got a pretty nice facility. I mean, that track is pretty awesome out there.
No, that facility is amazing. Guys, go to his Facebook page, Outlaw Raceway, Fear the Outlaw. It's out in Waverly, Nebraska. He puts a lot of time into that track. He should. He's retired. He has nothing else to do.
We're not there yet.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
But Mike puts a lot of time into that track. I mean, it's beautiful. He's held some national races there, the quarter scale dirt nationals. He does his own series there. And then, Mike says we're not doing it this Saturday. It's too cold. That's fine because we have a practice session going on Saturday in Mo Valley.
Yes. And everybody I've only been out there a handful of times, and everybody that goes out, I mean, the camaraderie, the people that are there, I mean, it's great. It's everybody is there to help everybody, and it is a lot of fun, and it's pretty cool too, though, because I don't know, it's kind of cool to actually see women doing it. I mean,
there is. There's Cynthia
and families
too. Yeah,
I
know. As far as women, I know Cynthia's been running them. Laurel Jasper, and they come from Mike helped me. They come from Colorado Springs, I believe.
Yeah.
So they come from Colorado to race Mike's series.
Wow.
And those guys and her and sorry, Laurel, I can't remember your boyfriend's name. I can't remember. But anyways, those two, they come from Colorado for these races for fifth scale and quarter scale. Cynthia Mullins, she dominated the sportsman class this year. Did a great job. And glad she's a 5-star driver. So she did a great job. Colorado Springs, Mike says. So
wow.
So
that's
Randy Order. Thank you, Dennis. I couldn't remember. Randy and Laurel. So yeah, they raced there, and you said families. I know Chuck. I saw Chuck was on here. Chuck Burnley, and Chuck. Sorry, I've heard it called Brinley and Burnley. I don't know which one it is. It's spelled Burnley, so that's what I'm going to say.
I think you covered about all of it
there. We
go.
Yeah. So Chuck and his son Cal both race sportsmen.
Nice.
They both do a great job. I think Chuck had one of the coolest looking cars out there. Is Wonder Bread.
Yeah.
It was pretty neat.
Ricky Bobby.
Yep. And so Chuck and Cal are out there racing with us.
We need a cougar.
Need a cougar.
Me.
Yep. Cal is my son, and Burnley. Yep, Burnley. So there. Not Brinley. I might say that later. Okay. So, but no, Chuck and Cal. I know a couple other families out there. Dennis and Brandon. Dennis and Brandon are going to have their own reality show, just like American Chopper someday. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry, Dennis, Brandon. No, it's fun to watch those guys. It's father and son.
That was a good show.
You know, that was when it. There's probably a lot of people watching this, younger kids that don't know what we're talking about.
Well, yeah, that's true. But it did go on for like, what, 5 seasons or something?
I think it was way more than that.
Yeah, it was
way
crazy,
more.
but it was a great show.
But I'm trying to think, in the Mullins family, well, heck, you have Brian and Cynthia, husband, wife. And Brian's part of our 5-star team here too. And then their soon-to-be son-in-law, Joe, I believe.
Okay.
And
Bringing him in too.
yeah, he ran Sportsman. Yeah, he ran Sportsman, and then I ran some late model, and I think. Don't get me wrong here. Correct me, Cynthia or Brian, but I think they're moving next year or this winter or something. I can't remember. So we might not have Joe racing with us anymore. But no, it's great out there. Everyone has fun. Then of course all of us out there. But so yeah, Willman's Place. Check it out. Outlaw Raceway Park.
If you come hungry, don't worry about it.
Yeah, they always have food.
Always have
speaking
food.
of that, Dennis, can you make sure your wife brings kolaches this Saturday, please? We really like those.
Yeah, those are good. And it's my birthday.
Oh, it's his birthday too, so bring twice as many, please. No, those are great. But yeah, check it out. It's a lot of fun. Actually, I haven't even talked about the quarter scale, the new class he added this year, quarter scale sprint cars. They're amazing cars, guys. They're so much fun.
They're so real. I mean, they are built like a real car.
Built like a real car. It's solid rear axle. Bob's drove mine before. I don't know what we ended up with. I don't know. Mike can tell me. I'm guessing we had 8 or 10 different ones out there this summer.
Yeah.
And it was really fun. I like racing those. They're a lot of fun. And supposedly next year there's another quarter scale class coming, trucks.
Oh.
So. And
rabbit hole.
Yeah, I saw, Mike. I think you posted you have some truck bodies ordered. So if anybody needs truck bodies, Mike's got them.
What about
coming.
a 5th scale truck?
5th scale truck. There you go. Yeah, let's throw another class out there, Mike. Let's stay there till 2 or 3 in the morning.
We'll just pitch a tent. And
that'll work.
Camp out.
Yeah, he does. I think he's got a plug in there that Liskey normally plugs into.
Yeah.
We can steal that plug in.
There you go.
8 if all show up, he says. So,
what does 5-Star have planned for this coming winter?
For this winter, we're excited about this. We have planned 3 different things. One is the 1RC racing. We also have the Mini T class that we put together. AFX just came out with. We've got some mini, or what do we got here? Midget 2.0. We're going to see if we knock everything over here.
Knock the camera over.
Yep. So the 1RC.
This is the midget.
Midget. They have a midget sprint car and an EDM.
The 1RC plug.
Yeah, the 1RC. 1RC is cool stuff, guys. It really is. So we're going to run those. We've also got a Mini T class. The Mini T, AFX made their own sprint conversion. Yes. We got a couple classes for each. Mini T, we have a 305 class, which is you take a box stock Mini T and you put our kit on it and you go race it.
And believe me, they are plenty fast.
Yeah, plenty fast. Then you have, for the crazy people, I guess like myself, there's a 410 that you put a brushless motor in it and you can't control it, and let's see what we can do. And all of these take place on our track up in Missouri Valley at our shop. Phil Beardshire from AFX. There's plenty of guys. If I say Phil's name and everybody said, yeah, I know him, I think we'd fill up with 10,000 comments here. Mm-hmm. Phil Beardshire, along with Brian Mullen's help, built a banked oval track up there. Yeah. And they made it.
Do you guys ever figure out how high the bank is, or like what it was banked at?
Brian, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe it's 15 degrees all the way around.
Yes,
it's not just the turns; it's the straightaways too.
And I mean, it's pretty cool.
Yep, it turned out great. Phil and Brian did a great job. Phil, anybody that knows his work, I mean, you can see it all here behind us with the AFX parts, BBE parts. Phil's is a perfectionist, so he was not going to build this track and build it half-assed. He was going to build this and make it be the track.
It does even have a fence around it too.
It does have a fence. We have a catch fence.
It does have a catch fence.
Yep, 15 degrees. It's kind of cool. I guess we got Tyler commenting. he's logged in as 5 Star Outdoor Power and Hobbies, so we're commenting on our own video here. Good job, Tyler. And then there's my wife. She says it's so fun to move. We got to move that track a couple times. It is not fun. It is not fun. There's a total of 8 pieces.
Well, and maybe it won't be moved for
not till next spring.
Yeah.
But this track, this is incredible. Go to our Facebook page there, guys. We have plenty of pictures of it.
Yeah.
This weekend, we're going up there. We got some decals to put on it. I think we got some more banners to hang around there. So we're going to try and I've got some cameras coming for the practice this weekend. Okay. And it's through RC Lifetime where our scoring is through.
Be.
So I'm trying to get, supposedly they have dual feeds that you can do. So we're going to put one on that track and one on our Mini Z track.
Okay.
So there's a good segue to Mini Z, huh? Mini Z.
Mini Z, Mini T. We got a lot of mini stuff coming up.
The Mini Z. Guys, these things are fun. Are they 124 scale?
They're, what I'm understanding, it's 127th.
Okay, 127th.
Yeah, is what Kyosho calls it. If I pronounce Kyosho right. I don't know. There's several different ways to pronounce that
That's
as
how
well.
it's pronounced here.
Yeah.
So, the Mini Z, guys, those things are fun. You can take a box stock one, throw some nickel metal batteries in it, AAAs, and go race.
And don't feel that, like, if you see one and you're like, that's just a little tiny. Believe me, I like, okay, after racing on road carpet for such a long, not for years and years, but for all last year and so on and so forth. Yeah, I've got plenty of experience. I put one of those down on the track and I was like, really? They handle. I was like, holy cow.
They're fun.
I was like, it was unreal that even box stock, after you take them out of training mode.
Yeah, training mode. Speaking of that, when you pull these things out of the box,
they're in training mode.
Blinky training mode. Your transmitter, the power light, will blink on it. That means it's in training mode. I believe it's half throttle, I think is what it is. So you have half throttle. I kid you not, guys, when I first took it out of the box, I didn't know that. And I took it out and I was playing with it, like, this is awesome. This thing's fast. And then, because I usually take it out of the box and play with it, then I read the instructions. Yep. So I
think you and about 90% of Americans do that.
Yep. So So then I read the instructions. Sorry guys, I'm looking at comments here too. And Don Montgomery, you comment whatever you want. Inside story there. I'll call you tomorrow, Don. So anyways, these Mini Z, you can hold, when you power the transmitter on, you hold the throttle, full throttle going forward, and turn it on, and it takes it out of blinky mode. Whatever training mode, whatever you want to call it.
It's a whole new world.
Oh, it's crazy, absolutely crazy. And we have 2 classes up there. One is blinky mode. One is, what do we call it, pro or something? I don't know.
Yeah, which is basically just out of blinky mode. Yeah.
And we really don't have a lot of rules for it yet, guys. There are some Mini Z national rules, or there's some big groups in like Colorado and Wisconsin. I know Craig's talked to them.
It's like it's as big as the Tamiya races. I mean, it's and like for such a little car, there are some tracks out there that they're huge. I mean, you're like, okay. I mean, literally, I think the car is probably like that big.
Not any bigger than this mouse here. If you can see that,
pretty much. I mean, they're like the equivalent to like a 125th scale model car. I mean, probably smaller. I'm thinking they've got to be a little smaller than that. But for them to be able to run on a track, I mean, that big and that long. I mean, it's just crazy. There it is.
This one's really cool. This is a new Mercedes. We just got these like a week or two ago.
And like tires, suspension, springs.
You can see on the back here, they kind of give you a view of the chassis there.
Everything is like upgradable. I mean,
there's so many things to upgrade on. You almost lose track.
Well, yeah, you can even get a brushless motor for them.
Yep, we have those too.
Which is, I think, anywhere from a 4,100 kV to a 10,000 kV.
Yeah, they're way up there.
I mean, it's, I don't know. I'm almost thinking, it'd be kind of cool to do one with a 10K, but I don't think we have a big enough track for it.
Let's see what not yet. But our track, we got one of the tracks Kit Rich, I think, is the manufacturer of them. We got one of those.
Get rich.
Kit, yeah. They get rich.
Yeah.
So we got one of those, and it's the on-road course. I think it's even on our website for sale. Actually, we have some in stock too. And then we put 3 expansion kits, I believe, or we have 2, and we're putting a third one in it, so you can go 3 of them tiles wide, and you get better racing with it.
Yep.
But it's an absolute blast. The first couple races we did up there, it was almost like last weekend with the mini or the 1RCs. We were laughing so hard that we had tears coming out of our eyes. I mean, running down our cheek. You couldn't even. Yeah, it was tough. And
here comes Bob. All right, everybody, go ahead and laugh. I got this.
So yeah, it's the Mini Z.
And they're really detailed. I mean, like very detailed, and they do have light kits for them and everything. I mean,
light kits, all sorts of stuff. And they
even have drifters.
Yeah, we have. I thought we had one. We might have sold that all-wheel drive one. I don't know. But
it's crazy.
Yeah, there's the PN Racing makes some from Keenon Hobbies. We're a dealer for them. We have Don. You wanted me to mention your name. There you go, twice. The Keenon Hobbies sells PN Racing. They're the U.S. I think big dealer or whatever, and so we're a dealer for them. There's a lot of cool parts from those guys. So,
and then like as far as with 5 Star too, I give a little backbone to everybody. 5 Star is the hobby store, but where does AFX come in on all this? And as far as like, I mean, because as we can see behind us, we've got
AFX parts.
Just a few AFX parts. Chassis and so on and so forth, and
AFX, for those of you that don't know, AFX is a brand that 5 Star Hobbies is the only dealer for, and then we have some dealers set up. AFX started in Omaha with Phil Beardshire. Phil worked out of his house in the basement, whatever, in the garage, had a couple CNC routers there, and
he's pretty busy lately.
Yeah, just a little. He has been
gonna need an apprentice.
There you go. Hey, anyone looking? We could always use people. So, anyways, Phil, I don't know, about a little over a year ago, I was talking to Phil. Got in touch with him, and I wanted to make a drag race chassis because. Get into that here in a little bit too. Drag race was just taking off huge around here finally. It kind of goes from the coast into the Midwest, and it's taken off pretty big. So I got a hold of Phil because I wanted a custom drag race chassis, and so I'm thinking like I'm on top of this. I'm way ahead of anyone, right? And so I text Phil. I'm like, hey, what do you think about making a chassis? To convert, the big thing then was all the Traxxas cars.
Correct.
To convert that over to a drag car. And he replies back with a picture of a finished chassis of his, everything. He says, you mean like this one?
You mean like this
all
one?
Right, so you got me. So he said, and he named it the Street Sweeper. And I said, yeah, like that. And I said, hey, I wanted to meet with him because I wanted 5 Star to be the distributor of that chassis.
Yep.
So I wanted to meet with him, get that figured out. So then as we met for lunch and talking, and it's kind of, okay, so we agreed upon we were going to be the only distributor for that chassis. And I said, well, what about AFX? And he kind of looked at me, and I said, what about AFX? What if I buy AFX? and so I don't know, a couple months went by, and we kind of bounce ideas off of each other, and when it's all said and done, we figured out that I bought AFX from Phil. Phil came over, and he's our full-time employee up in Missouri Valley at the machine shop at AFX. Phil works up there every day.
And so that basically makes 5 Star the exclusive to AFX products.
Yep.
And then, so basically, not only are you guys selling them here in the store, but you guys are constantly like shipping them out daily.
Every day.
As far as like, because I mean, not only is the Street Sweeper chassis, I mean, that one took off because don't you have a racer in, where'd you say it was?
For the drag race in Tennessee.
Yeah, in Tennessee, that he's doing very well with that chassis.
Down in Kansas City. Sorry, Kansas City. Yeah. Jared Nidifer. Phil was telling me he was running amazing, and Jared actually couldn't go to a race from what I understand, so he literally handed the car to a guy and said, "Take it and run it," and he just wiped them all up.
Wow.
So hopefully I don't have my story wrong there, but yeah. So yeah, with the AFX, we've got the machine shop up there. We now have 3 CNC routers. At that same time, Phil and I were talking about making all this work, and Phil sends me a text. This is a little over a year ago, and says, "Hey, BBE is for sale." And BBE is Bodies by Ed Bogard over in Layton, Iowa. Depends, I guess some people call it Layton, Iowa. I don't know. So Bodies by Ed, he had another machine, a CNC router, a whole bunch of inventory. If anybody knows the BBE product, he had a couple great cars, and he had amazing bodies, the SC mod bodies.
I was going to say,
and Midwest mod.
Yeah. Which I have put together every single body that they sell, by the way.
Yes.
So if anybody ever has any questions as far as how they go together, you can always hit me up.
Ask Bob. Don't ask me.
Yep. Because I got very well at it.
Yeah. So Bob, last year we went to the Chili Bowl and we had all the bodies on display, and so I gave them all to Bob in pieces, and I said, "Hey, I need them all painted to look cool, of course, and I need the name of them on it." And so he put the name of every single one on there. They look cool. I had so many people down there trying to buy them from us. And I said, "No, it's a display. I want to keep it." So I bought out Ed also. And after buying out Ed, we moved everything up to Missouri Valley with Phil's stuff. Phil got rolling on it. And we've been doing that for a little over a year now. We always carry the products in our store. We also carry the products on fivestarhobbies.com, not just 5starhobbies.com.
.com.
Yep. Thanks, Zach. And
then, of course, I mean, like, as far as AFX, they carry a full line of, like, Dirt Oval.
The Dirt Oval.
Sprint.
Yes, Dirt Oval. Model. Dirt Oval is AFX bread and butter.
Yeah.
Dirt Oval, we make an amazing drag chassis also, but Dirt Oval, we all 10th scale. We have the sprint cars, Midwest mod, late model, short course mod.
And some of the, I mean, they keep up with, you guys keep up with the newest models as far as like even like Team Associated is released. I mean, there is like a
6.2 that came out
kit, and then weren't you working on like a Losi as well?
We did, and we're about this close to finalizing that. We have a
these are just little tidbits that we're giving out to everybody, just because there's going to be future shows here, and as far as like this is the one to get everything going.
Yes,
but like there is so much product that is
we're jumping around all over.
Yeah, we're just kind of jumping around, but I just wanted to throw a couple little teasers out there for everybody. You know, as far as they know, because eventually, you know, some of this stuff is going to be on video. You know, and
we're gonna
be able to check it out.
We're gonna do more of these shows, guys. I don't know if we're gonna do them every night, every week, every month. I don't know. We're just gonna do them when we do them.
I gotta paint sometime.
Yeah, you gotta paint sometime. So that's true. I guess I can be your excuse why you don't get them done.
There you go. I'm sorry I got a show to do tonight.
Yep. So Dirt Oval. I point back here. We've got a couple of our chassis hanging on the wall. We actually have a built one up there, which actually Bob's going to be running that one this winter.
Which, by the way, if you like carbon fiber, they look really nice.
I mean, Phil does a great job. Phil not only concentrates on form and function. I mean, he concentrates on looks too. Yes. You know, it's just they're hanging on the wall and they can be art.
Anything that I have gotten that I have put together, I have no problems with fitment.
Yep.
You know, so I mean that's definitely key there. I mean, you definitely don't want to get a product and be like, oh man, this thing doesn't fit. I haven't had any problems with anything from the 5th scale to the mini T that I just put together.
We have a little bit of everything. We do the mini T sprint conversion kits available on our website. We have a 5th scale sprint conversion.
Yep.
You have one of those that you're working on currently. That's where you take the fifth scale buggy, like the.
I'd grab one of those, but those are way too big.
There's one right there, but 30 pounds.
Yeah, 30 pounds, and I don't really feel like picking up right now.
Yeah, that too. HPI was the big one in that, and then now it's Rovan and King Motor, which we're dealer for those two.
Which is basically still an HPI.
Yeah, however that works with copyright, all that crap.
Yeah.
But anyways, we do make those conversion kits for the sprints. Craig Moline drove one out at Outlaw this summer.
Pretty much cleaned house.
It was, he set track records, and the last race was so much fun to watch. He was going in and out of cars, and he had them all lapped down, and it was
coming for you, Craig. I highly doubt it, but
we're coming for you.
Yeah.
No. So AFX BBE, that's our bread and butter. We promote our product here. It's a dirt oval, 10 scale dirt oval. Is it? Phil Beardshear. Grab a mini T Sprint and show it. Tony Wolf. I think we have Kyle's sitting
let me
over
grab.
there.
Let me grab it real quick.
We have Kyle's, and then Willman says that Craig set the track record with it. I don't even know what that was. Is that like 7.2 or 7.3 or something, Mike? It was pretty darn fast for a fifth scale sprint. Those things are a completely different beast from the quarter scales. Completely different handling. Bob's got the Mini T Sprint here. This one just doesn't have the tail tank on it.
Yeah, Kyle's missing his butt.
Yeah.
I think he probably, I don't know why it was off, but it has a tank that goes on the back here to complete the kit. But so far, this is what
it's very simple to put together.
It's very easy.
Take off these two screws in the back, two screws in the front, and the whole thing comes off of it.
There's a plate that bolts on the back here and a plate up front, and this whole sprint car body goes right on top. So
we literally, that the 305 class guys is take that kit, put it on there.
And that's basically what I'll be running the 305 with Oscar Mayer Wiener.
If anyone, Oscar Mayer Wiener, yes. If anyone knows Bob's paint jobs, they'll understand that.
Yeah.
And hopefully maybe Dave Enstrom from DE is watching or something, or maybe we'll get wind of it. But hey, we need some wheels and tires for those. Make us some wheels and tires for the Mini T.
That would be awesome.
We need some skinny wheels on front.
Some skinnies for the front.
Yep. That's another kit we make. The latest acquisition that we made, which is not even a month ago, is we acquired Rudis Motorsports. Anybody that doesn't know Rudis Motorsports, they are into 10th scale electric drag racing. Have two different kind of lines. One's a Sidewinder and one's an inline. The inline actually has a helical gear with kind of ring and pinion style, so the motor actually goes it's actually
like a direct drive.
Yeah, it's parallel to the chassis, the length of it, and it's not perpendicular like it normally is.
Okay.
So normally the motor goes the same way as like the rear axle, say. In this one, the motor goes the other way.
Interesting.
So they've got those two. Oh yeah. They got those two, and then you go from. You got your Pro Stock, Pro Mod funny car, and Top Fuel. A friend of mine that I've caught up with found out that he races a lot of the Rudis cars. Scott from Murfreesboro, I don't know, somewhere around there, I can't remember. But Scott actually messaged us on AFX, and it's kind of funny because I've known him for years. I actually drag race motorcycles with him.
Okay.
And he messaged us on AFX page and says, "Hey, when are parts going to be available?"
Did you beat him?
No.
I
don't know that we ran the same class a lot. I don't know.
Okay.
He was running the 1150. I think I was in Super Gas. I can't remember. But so he messaged and said, "Hey, when are parts going to be available?" And he didn't know it had anything to do with me. So I wrote back, said, "Hey, Scott, you still have that Sportster?" He was a little confused. So we talked for about an hour after that. Nice. And and he helped me learn a lot about it, and I was able to tell him who we are, what we do, and how Rudis is not going away. If anyone's watching, guys, I know when there's business acquisitions that take place, the first thing is, oh my God, are they going away? Is
like Proline?
yeah, exactly.
Horizon.
So a lot of times that does happen, guys. That is not our goal. What we want to do is take Rudis and make it like AFX is. AFX, we have parts hanging here, okay, guys? This is what Rudis is going to be like. AFX, we actually have whole kits bagged up over here.
Yep.
If you call and order one of the
Yeah,
AFX
there's a
spring
whole
conversions,
wall. I mean, it's,
yep.
this
One
is
of our
just a
episodes
little
will
bit
take
of
you
it.
around the store. But if you want a sprint conversion, we're going to pull it off the wall and ship it to you today. So we have that. So we are going to have kits in stock. We are, in the Midwest here, we started making our own, actually at AFX, started making our own Top Fuel, Pro Mod, Pro Stock, and Funny Car chassis. Phil actually made a couple prototypes.
I've seen it on the track.
Yep, we just ran the Top Fuel literally up and down a couple times. And so we'd never ran them before,
As with anything, yeah, it takes a lot of testing.
So we were doing that this summer, and then a friend in the industry called me and said, hey, you need to call Tony Rudis because he's looking to get out. And kind of surprised me. Okay. So I called Tony and we talked. I bet you we talked for almost 2 months, just going back and forth and figuring it out how it would work for both of us. And we came upon a deal, and we bought Rudis from Tony Rudis. We are going to keep it Rudis Motorsports. We bought the name too. So that came along with it. What we're going to do, we may end up calling it RMS for short, since we have AFX, BBE. Why not RMS? Yeah.
It wasn't the Titanic RMS.
I don't know.
I can't remember.
Okay.
I mean, not that I'm saying. Yeah, that I'm just
back up here.
Maybe, maybe we give that a little bit
there
of thought.
We go.
But,
all right, forget that.
But with it being drag racing, since you've acquired Rudis Motorsports and so on and so forth, with it being drag racing, maybe let everybody know like what direction is Five Star as far as with drag racing and how they tie into that, and what has been going on with drag racing in the Midwest.
So for 5-star events, and just to give everyone a little quick background, I know I touched on it, but sometimes you get into RC drag or RC racing because you did it on the 1-to-1 reel scale. Some dirt oval guys get done and they go to that, on-road guys, whatever.
I gotta say, I've never done any off-road if I would have driven a car like I do on off-road racing, I'd be dead. Yeah. But the drag racing I can relate to.
So
I've done a lot of drag racing.
Yep, that was my background. A lot of it on motorcycles, and then just recently built my son a door car, and we've been running that a little bit. And I've got one that's sitting there as a roller. That's another story. That's kind of my background. That's my passion. So it was easy for me to get into this, the drag racing side. So what we did, starting in the summer of 19, and we tried for a full year in 2020, and it just COVID.
Yeah.
Well, that's COVID. That's it.
Yeah.
So we host our own.
In case you're paying attention, that's twice.
Again. So with drag race, we made our own events. It's been trial and error trying to figure out what classes everyone wants, and we didn't do the RCDRL rules. We didn't do the MPRC rules. We kind of did what local guys want to do. And so we made we ended up with 4 classes this year.
And then did you guys do prep or no prep?
We did prep. We did prep all year. We would spray it. We'd mix our VHT with methanol, and we would spray it. And it was, if you wore sandals, you were going to lose them. Don't step in the prep. We have our own timing system. It's a real timing system. It gives you the wind light on the tree. It also gives you the slips. So you get your slip, you get your 6 foot, and you get your 132 foot. So your 6 foot is like your 60 foot. Your 132 is your quarter mile, and then it gives you your trap speed also. So you get your mile an hour.
So you knew if you're doing better or worse every time you went down the track.
Yep. And at first we started off, said, all right, everyone's new to this. Let's put some pipes up on the outside, put some pipes on the inside, keep people from running into each other.
Gotcha.
This year we graduated from bumper bowling. We took them out the last race.
Okay.
And honestly, I thought the racing was better because people tried to go
Straight.
Before they would use the pipes as a guide and get them down, just bumper bowling.
Okay.
So we took them out and the racing was better.
Probably a little easier to set up too.
Oh, yeah.
A lot less time.
If anybody wants to volunteer to set up these races, just let me know. I think Nick, Zach, John.
I think
Kyle,
as if anybody that knows that anyone that's putting on any kind of RC event, it does take a lot of time and effort
it's a lot
to put on. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to do, even if it's drag racing. I mean, oval dirt racing,
everything. There's track maintenance. There's
everything,
system
any
maintenance,
kind of racing,
timing system. And keep in mind, most time when you put them on, you don't race.
Yep, exactly.
I think I took a car out there every once in a while. Maybe I joined in one class and go out the first round and go back to running the race.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had 4 classes. Those we did the SE class, which is the most common class in no prep right now. The SE, so it's short course base, body covers the tires. If you go to NPRC, guys, you'll find all the rules. So we did the SE class. We also did what we called a quick 16. Since we didn't have any of the Rudis cars or Rudis type cars up here, so we made a quick 16 class. Basically,
it's all out.
Whatever you want to bring, just run it. I don't care if it's a 5th scale, 10th scale, nitro, electric. It doesn't matter. You could come run it. All-wheel drive, 2-wheel drive, whatever creation you make.
Winner takes all.
Yep. And at first we called it quick 16 because we did it off of a ladder, the quickest 16 qualify. And it got to the point where we just said everybody qualifies and we're going to ball them up and go from there.
And basically, whoever gets it.
And then there was buybacks that way. And so quick 16, that was 4/10 tree heads up, same as SE. And then we did a bracket class. For those that don't know bracket racing, it's some of the most entertaining racing there really is.
It truly is. I think the one weekend that we were out there, I can't remember which one it was, but I think there was a little girl. I mean, she pretty much almost took the whole bracket race.
I can't remember. Was she running a grasshopper?
A grasshopper.
Okay. Yep.
A plain stock Tamiya grasshopper. I mean, brush motor and everything, and she made it all the way to the finals, and man, I was rooting for her. And it was like the last race too, and she just didn't quite have enough.
Yep.
But it was, I mean, she made it all the way to the end though. I was
there's guys that bring rock crawlers out.
Yes.
And
yes.
So
and there's been crawlers that have won.
Oh yeah.
The day,
bracket racing. There's a couple different names people call it, but bracket racing, it's you get a staggered start. So if you're racing, she was running like 14 seconds, I
consistently,
think, something like that.
Yeah.
And then there's guys running 2 seconds, right? Matt Giles, and he's running 1.9s, 1.8s, I think, something with his little pan car, right? Or not pan car,
touring car.
Touring car. There you go. And Zach almost won with the first one with a rock crawler. Yep. He had his Gen 7, Gen 8, I can't remember out there, but anyways, so yeah, it's staggered start. So if Matt was running her, he's running 2 seconds, she's running 14. She gets a 12-second head start.
And Matt has to catch up.
Matt has to catch up, and he can't go red.
Yep, he can't go red. And you can't break out.
No, you can't go faster than the time you say. I mean, Matt could say, I'm going to do 14 seconds too, but he's going to break out and give the win to her.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, just go to YouTube and
bracket racing is actually pretty cool. It's basically you are racing yourself.
You're racing yourself. Cut a light, get your car tuned in, and that's kind of the backbone of NHRA local drag racing. For sure. I know everybody just sees on TV the big fast ones, John Force, all them. It's fun. It was some of the most entertaining racing we had. The last class we tried this year was the DE Racing
Sportsman.
Sportsman. There you go. Sportsman. DE Sportsman. It was buggy based. had to run the Hobby Wing 13.5 combo, had to run the J-Con Camaro body. J-Con?
Yep.
And had to run these DE mini slicks. They were running. We got them down to the 3.1s, 3.0s, I think.
Time-wise,
we weren't
great.
pushing them by any means, but there was only a handful out there. Honestly, it didn't go over well. So, guys, I can tell you right, don't build one this winter because we're not running them next year. So it was fun. So those were our 4 classes. Next year, kind of a tease here. I'll do a little tease.
I'm all for that.
So next year we got big plans for drag racing, guys. Obviously, with Rudis coming on board here, we have. We're going to try a couple different things. One, I want to get no prep going, and it will use our timing system. It'll use a light. I'm getting with those guys to see if we can just do the green light go.
Okay.
So just like the flashlight.
But like a true no prep racing.
Yep.
Okay.
No prep. We'll do it at Missouri Valley Airport where we always do it. No prep. We're not going to prep the track. We'll sweep it, blow it off with a blower, whatever.
Call it good.
That's it. We're going to try and get 2 classes going. I'm not going to get into the details of those right now because we have kind of a town hall style meeting coming up.
Yep.
For drag racing. Last year we had some guys didn't like the rules we made. So this year, guys, we're having a town hall meeting. It's going to be the Sunday after Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Sunday after Thanksgiving at 5 Star on 109th and Maple. We are going to have a meeting here. By the time we leave, we will know what the rules are. We're not leaving until the rules are done. And it's not going to be, okay, I'll take all your ideas and go home and think about it. It's going to be
it's
made
going to be
there.
set in stone.
So if you want to be part of these rules, guys, come to this meeting.
Yep. The basis for it all will be like the
NPRs.
Yeah,
no prep RC.
No prep racing, because there is national rules that everybody's following by, and we kind of want to we want to stick to that. But I get that we're in the Midwest and we're the Midwest. We can change it up a little bit and so on and so forth. But
we're going to get into no prep.
But we can get into all that in a town hall meeting.
Yeah, exactly.
Mean,
there's going to be 2 classes of no prep, guys. I'll give that much away.
Yep.
The Outlaw Street Eliminator, which is what everyone knows of.
From what you're telling everybody, there are going to be some big things going on with drag racing next year for sure.
Yes, absolutely.
Especially with you having Rudis on board now, and I mean, of course, you've also AFX has got their street sweeper chassis out there.
Yep.
And so on and so forth. And I mean, there's been so many new release products as far as in the drag racing.
You can't keep up with the bodies and tires anymore.
Tell me about it.
We got the new DE skinny front wheels in. Those are pretty cool.
Yes. Which if anybody hasn't seen those yet, come up and check those out. Those are pretty sweet.
They're
nice. I already bought a set myself. But then you got fat tires coming out.
They're on back order.
And the whole thing is that may end up changing everything as far as rules go in itself.
Yep.
So if you got a fatter tire, well, big tire, small tire, you never know.
Exactly. Maybe I don't want to say do it like the TV show because I do not want to go there, guys.
Well, yeah.
I don't want to go there.
This is RC car racing. It's not true street outlaws racing and so on and so forth.
Right.
But definitely it's a fun time. And if anybody didn't make it out last year, definitely try to make it out this year because it is a good time. Same goes with the Mini T racing that's going to be starting on
November 7th.
The first
November 7th?
The first Sunday, I believe, is November 1st.
That could be.
And then the first Saturday.
Where's Mullins at? He's probably pretending to work and watching this, so if you can chime in.
I believe the first Saturday is the 7th.
We have another Facebook page, guys. It's 5 Star Outdoor or 5 Star
Raceway.
Hobbies Raceway.
Yes.
It's got the schedule pinned to the top. Check that out.
Definitely. There you go. Pin it.
Yeah.
Go check that out.
So, back to the drag racing. You said we're bringing on Rudis.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I'm not going to get into details, but we have the no prep and we're going to do the prep. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be rotating shows. And we'll have a way to fit the no prep guys into the prep stuff. We got some special rules made up for that to get that to work well. So please, guys, come to this meeting the Sunday after Thanksgiving. Store opens at noon, so we're probably going to have it at 1. Probably have some hot dogs or something here for everyone. Okay. Saturday, November 7th is the first race. Thank you. That was my wife.
Oh, okay.
She must not have anything to do tonight if she's watching me still, and we're an hour and 15 minutes into it.
Saturday, November 7th.
It's the 7th.
Okay.
So, and we're doing
okay.
Jumping around here, but with that,
sorry.
No, the Mini T and the Mini Z and the 1RC. There's 2 series. There's a Saturday series and a Sunday series.
Correct.
So points will be kept for Saturdays. Points will be kept for Sundays. So people have to work Saturdays.
Can't make it. Yeah.
They'll race the Sundays, and on the Sundays, I believe we have 1 drop allowed, and Saturdays we have 2 drops allowed.
Okay.
I think it's 6 races and 4 races. I think. Tyler says doors open at 11. I believe they open at 11 this weekend too.
Yes, that's what we have down.
So guys, yeah, please come to the town hall meeting. We want to have everyone involved. Yeah, we'll get more information on that.
Yeah, we'll give more information on that. That's not up yet.
No.
That definitely, everybody's input is greatly appreciated. We had such a great time last year with the drag racing, and we definitely want everybody's input.
Yep.
Otherwise, it's gonna go on regardless of. So, but we definitely want everybody's input on it.
Yep.
And this stuff will, and that's the other thing is did mention I help run the 402 RC Club here locally.
That was on my list.
Yep, we're over 2,000 members, and definitely a strong club here. It's on Facebook. You just look up 402rcclub.com or 402rc club on Facebook, not .com. We don't have a web page, but
Facebook page. There's quite a bit going on.
Oh yeah, there's definitely, and we really do try to keep up with everybody and everything that's been going on here in town. And it will get posted up more and more. Basically there's 3 hobby stores here in town, and we try to keep up with all of them as far as everything that's going on,
which is great. It's great to have.
There's a lot of stuff. Yeah, I mean, to be able to have that much ability and utilize your RC products, I guess you could say. We're a very lucky state. So
there's so many people I hear that say I have to drive 2 hours to my nearest hobby shop, and he doesn't carry anything.
Yeah. And that would be really unfortunate. I don't think I could live in a place like that.
Not for long.
Yeah, not for long. I'd be like, dude,
we can ship
2
stuff
hours?
to you from here if you need.
Well, yeah, that's the whole thing is too. Yeah, A-Main would probably get a lot of my business, but
Who? I don't know what that is. 5starhobbies.com.
Well, yes, but if I lived out of town or if I lived in some podunk town that I had to drive 2 or 3 hours to a hobby store. Yeah.
So back to 402 RC Club.
Yes.
So you, is it Tony and Sean are kind of the admins of that?
Yeah, the 3 of us are. Well, Sean is part of the group. He's no longer labeled as an admin, but he has been a big help with the group.
He's a huge part of it, whether he wants to be or not.
Yes, definitely. He will always be a part of it, and whether he wants to be or not, he will always be a part of it.
Too bad.
He's been a great guy with the group. He's a sponsored crawler by Reefs. And so he does
happens to be some Reefs products right there.
There's a lot of events that he has gone to out of town, big ones, and also too he's helped organize a lot of events here in town.
He travels quite a ways away for these events.
Yeah, anywhere from Ohio. I think there's one in Missouri. That one's not too far away, but Ohio is the furthest.
K&K one?
Yes.
Okay.
Team K&K. That's a big one. Tony Walters is also basically the way it worked for me was a long time ago. I don't know how many. It's been maybe 5 years.
Has it really? Since you guys?
I think so. Well, Tony was the one that was running the group to begin with, and basically he was doing it all on his own, and it started getting bigger, and he kind of had some ideas that he wanted to do and a direction that he wanted to take the 402 RC Club. And we kind of got together one time, and just he realized that I was into RC just as much as he was, and we shared a lot of the same ideas. And so he brought me on as an admin, and we really kind of took it to another level. Started doing a lot of live feeds and doing raffles, or as we called them, waffles.
Waffles. Yeah, that's confusing to a new person.
Yeah, it really was. And anymore,
waffle?
it's actually kind of funny now because there are other pages out there now. They're like, we're going to do a waffle. I'm like, so we kind of started something. But, and there has been other groups that have been created off of the 402 and so on and so forth. And they're all great groups. There's a lot of people, but majority of it is, if you look at a lot of the information, you'll find the same stuff on the 402 RC Club all the time. So it's just as easy to go to the one page as it is to go to any of the others. But basically, it has grown immensely. We've done a lot of local venues and events, mostly crawling events. We were doing some drag racing for a while there, and it was okay, but it was never as organized as anything that you put on, and that was kind of nice. That kind of took a little load off of us as far as, there still are a lot of guys that go out there and they do have spots and stuff like that they go out and drag race, no prep, and which is great.
Get more people doing it.
Yeah.
Go get your neighbor.
And
go get your friend.
But we've done major events. We've done some with you as well, as far as like
quite a few.
Some open houses and so on and so forth.
Yeah, just give everyone a little quick background here. Five Star actually started out as Yan Equipment Power Sports and Hobbies.
Yes.
We won't go into that. We ended up changing the name to Five Star Outdoor Power and Hobbies.
Correct.
Well, there's going to be some other shows where we show you the outdoor power side, but we met, I think, the 402 guys. I think Zach and I met some of them. I don't know who it was for sure at one of the shows.
Yeah, it was at one of the car shows.
The car shows where we had a booth set up selling cars. And someone actually gave us a 402 RC Club sticker. And there it just kind of snowballed. All right, let's do some events. We did some open house. Some of our open houses we did when we were in East Omaha, they were just packed, absolutely packed.
And it was a great time, and it was you got to sample a lot of RC products, which was really cool.
Yeah, we had RC demos out there.
We had a great time with that.
Food.
And then since then, food. Since then, you guys have done some of the car shows, like the New Car Auto Show that goes on every year. We've helped out with that.
402 has helped out with that, with the demo track.
Which is just great. I mean, to see a lot of these kids, and that's the biggest reason why the 402 RC Club was made in basically what we want to see is that we like to. I mean, there's nothing greater than seeing kids enjoy these RC cars. I mean, it truly is. I mean, granted, yes, I'm an adult and I still like racing them. I'm a kid at heart. Do I get a little competitive sometimes?
Sure.
You bet.
Everyone does.
I mean, everybody does. But like to see it grow and without any of them, this is not going to keep going.
Right.
And basically those are the ones that are going to be like in future. I mean, technology has changed so much in RC cars since we've even started doing it, whereas to keep these kids in it and going and their interest into it, it's going to be amazing what they end up coming with when we're 30 years down the road.
Yep.
And so it's pretty awesome to see that. I mean, and when we did waffles and we do giveaways and so on and so forth, and especially if a kid wins it, I mean, dude, we're ecstatic because we know they're going to love it. And
there was a lot of times this summer drag racing, there was father-son up there.
Exactly.
Yourself.
Yeah.
There was, I can't remember the guy's name. He's coming here and he's bought a lot of stuff.
John Serber was one of them. His kid,
where his son was racing, but he wasn't. Is that one?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
He's going to be racing next year.
All right.
Yeah.
So
he's
he brought
definitely
his kid up there. He wanted his kid to race. and he brought him up there. And that last race, he did great. I can't remember what happened that last race. But
he had a lot of fun getting the car set up for his kids.
Yes.
I mean, it was like he was pit crew, son was driver, and that's awesome. I mean, and you see that in a lot of RC racing when you have families and kids involved and so on and so forth. You know, it's a fun thing, and it is something that you can enjoy with your siblings.
Exactly.
Woman or boy. I mean, because there are some great RC drivers out there that are girls as well.
Yep.
I mean,
kids, girls, whatever. There's a young one, Nate Sutherland. He runs our low C 10 scale car, dirt sprint car.
Okay.
That's the one that he's been testing it. Man, you need to watch that kid drive. Just absolutely incredible.
Exactly.
He's
And it's
incredible.
some of these are like, I mean, some of these kids are like, okay, well, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, because they're prodigies. I mean,
Right.
like the way that some of them can handle some of these cars is just like unreal.
Yep.
And
it's crazy.
But it's, you know what, they've got it. They've got the talent. And I mean, it sounds dumb, and most people are like, you can't make a living out of racing RC cars. You can.
There's a lot of people that get a paycheck from it.
You can. And, you know, if anything, you know what, you can also see the world.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's a lot of, I mean,
Maybe not now because of COVID.
Well,
but-
yeah. That's number 3.
Yeah, 3. Might be 4.
Yeah, I think we're on 3 or 4. But yeah, it's definitely, I mean, because world finals, I mean, the world's finals, I mean, for off-road carpet, or off-road, on-road, all that. If anybody is, even the Chili Bowl is huge.
Yeah, Chili Bowl. We haven't even talked
I
about
mean,
that
and
yet.
that's you know, in oval racing, I mean, all these are major events. I mean, they're
Right.
huge. I mean, you're not talking about people that are just, you know.
Well, how many? I'm not familiar with all of Scotty Ernst's off-road stuff, but Scotty Ernst puts on the Chili Bowl. He puts on events all over the world. I mean, he flies all over the world just to put on an RC event.
Yeah, I mean, it's epic, and
Yeah.
I mean, there are certain areas that are bigger or it's more popular in the U.S. I mean, but it's definitely popular in the U.S.
Yes.
There are just certain areas that are more popular than others, but like you know, Europe, RC racing is huge.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's like a lifestyle almost. I mean, even one of my icons as far as painting goes and everything is Biddy's Design. That guy is phenomenal. It's just like, but he lives in Italy, and it's huge there. And
No, it's crazy when you try and sit and talk to someone about this who's never been in it. That they think you're crazy.
oh, it's a toy car. So, it is a toy car. It is, but
Anyone?
it is a lifestyle though too.
Oh yeah. Anyone just joining us? Hey, Jared Baker, 5 Star Hobbies, Bob Hamilton, Bob's Body Shop. You know, and we've been at this now for an hour and a half. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
And there's we got through one page. There's another page here. I don't know how much of it we'll get through, guys. We won't punish you that long. For those of you that are tuning in and watching us, thank you. We want to end up going streaming live to YouTube. We have a 5 Star Hobbies YouTube page. Please go there and subscribe to it. There's nothing on it right now. We're going to put this video
This will
on
be
there.
number 1.
Yes, episode 1. We're going to put that on there as soon as we get 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Then we can start streaming live on that. That's our goal. We'll still put it on Facebook and everything else. Maybe we'll put a link to it or whatever. But
it'll definitely be shared.
After this video, once we're done with this, I'll go on and post a link to our YouTube page. Please go subscribe to that. Please,
And just to let everybody know, this is the first one, so we wanted to get an introduction out of the way. We wanted to let everybody know kind of what 5 Star was about, what we're trying to do here. And basically from here on out, we're going to have videos of like product, product release, some teasers, you know,
maybe go over our last race we just hosted.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's not going to be about our boring history.
It's but we just want to get everybody acclimated to everything, and you know, definitely we want to make this channel fun and exciting, and you know, I'm excited because the first one's out of the way now, and like after that, I'm just like, because there's a lot
so many ideas.
There's so many ideas, and there's so many things that I want to show you guys.
Oh yeah,
You know,
what interests me a lot is the interactive part with the comments here on Facebook. Hopefully once we get talking about product, you guys will have questions for us, or
Definitely.
hey, about the race, what happened there, or whatever. I like interacting with everyone there. I think that's a lot of fun too.
For sure.
It's first episode. Hope you guys liked it. We really kind of hit a little bit of everything. Didn't cover a lot of everything. We hit a little bit of everything.
We did. We had a list.
Yeah, we did. Made it. Kind
Gotta
of
go
went
off
over it.
something.
Yes, we had to. And there's stuff on here we didn't hit either. The one thing I'm going to do a shameless plug is Black Friday sales after Thanksgiving. We just happen to have a big one here. Okay. We have a lot of RTRs in stock, ready to run.
Yep.
So
some people don't know what to
yep, ready to run. That means for those of you looking to get into the hobby, that's the easiest way. You come in and you buy this box, and it has everything you need to go run.
And then you go bye-bye, and then you go home, and you jump in.
And then there's that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
So,
and then you're in the rabbit hole.
Yep. And so the RTRs, guys, there's going to be a very big sale. Due to manufacturer's restrictions, I can't say this product is on sale for this much, so please come into the store that day. Yep. I'm sure we'll be doing something with, I know it's COVID time, so we can't exactly just hand out stuff to people anymore, whatever. And the city of Omaha has the mask mandate yet. We won't get into that.
I'm sure I'll be here.
Bob will be here. So, we'll take precautions with with COVID and that. 5, 6, something like that.
Yeah.
So,
ding, ding.
Yep. So,
all right. So be aware. Black Friday sale.
Black Friday sale. This Saturday, we have Test and Tune up in Missouri Valley.
Yep.
Doors open 11. I think we're going till 4. Honestly, till whenever
4.
people leave. If people want to race forever, whatever, we'll be up there. It's Test and Tune. It's free. Come on up and test. We will have cars for sale up there, parts for sale up there. We have Mini Z, Mini T's, the Mini T kits, the 1RC cars. We will have.
They've got everything that you need up there for what they're going to race. It's pretty cool.
So yeah, come on up for that. Even if you just want to check it out. Guys, don't be scared to come in and check it out. There's so many people there that will just welcome you in and teach you about it and ask if you have any questions. If you rather just
can't hug everybody though, because
you can't
COVID-7.
Yep. So is that like the drinking word?
Yeah.
You're supposed to take a drink. Yeah. That could be it. No. I don't know how much more I got. We've rambled on for an hour and a half, which was easier than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I think it was a great show.
I'm kind of a little biased. I think it was awesome.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Great news. Yeah.
Guys, again, check out our Facebook pages. We have 5 Star Outdoor Power and Hobbies, 5 Star Hobbies Raceway, AFX, or it's actually BBE and AFX Fabrication. The Rudis Motorsports page, I've only made a couple posts on there. That'll get transformed. We have several different pages. Also, like I said, please go like our YouTube channel.
Yes.
5 Star Hobbies. There's nothing on it, so you can't hate it. I mean, there's right. You can go like it. There's a good chance you might like something else on there later.
This is very true.
So, but there will be something later.
Yeah,
tonight.
see, that's the good thing is we're not like on top, so there's nowhere to go.
We're going up. Well, it may go down here for a while, but
but
I don't think it's going to be straight up. But we'll figure it out. So
definitely.
Got anything else?
I don't.
As soon as we hit the button to not go live anymore, we'll think of 10 things.
Oh, I'm sure we will.
And then we'll write them down for the next one, guys.
For sure. Because the next show is going to be even better, and then the one after that's going to be even better. And then better, and then better. We'll have some guests on here.
Definitely. We might have to, tease them or whatever, kind of say, hey, we'll give you a hamburger or something, or get them on here. I don't like the camera. Well, and the camera doesn't like me either. So
I'll gladly pay you tomorrow for a hamburger today.
Tomorrow. There you go. Tomorrow. All right, guys. Speaking of tomorrow, whenever, we'll see you then from 5 Star Live.
Till next time.
We're out of here. See you guys. Thanks for joining us.
See ya.